Hey everybody, thank you so much for your support of indie agency news. Let's meet an indie agency. We're heading down to Los Angeles. We're heading down to LA, and there's Michael. Oh, he just walked right in. All right, no, that's good. That's called a walk-on in the entertainment business.
Yeah.
You do have a speaking role in this, so I do hope that your SAG-AFTRA dues have been paid. But it's the crew from MOCEAN. Oh my goodness, look at all this. Everybody's down in LA, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, just want to double check. But so stoked to have you here, and I've had a chance to get to know, well, 2 of 3 of you over the years in various stops along the way, including MOCEAN. But I want to start with this. Let's get a little bit of a background of when MOCEAN was founded and a little bit of the background of the story. And that's a jump ball. Whoever wants to grab it, go ahead.
Oh, I'll take it since I was there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, MOCEAN was founded in 2000 by myself and a gentleman named Craig Murray, who's still part of our company. I had been working for Craig since '97 at a company called Craig Murray Productions. And I was feeling the itch to start my own thing. And I had some ideas, turned out probably mostly bad ideas, that he was willing to support. And he helped me launch MOCEAN in Venice, California.
In Venice. That's right. Yes. Right on the beach. I love it. Now, Erica and Denise, how long have you been with the agency?
I just hit my 5th year this month. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Denise?
I joined at the beginning of last quarter, and I'm really trying not to measure my life in quarters, but last fall, so it's been about 4 months.
Well, you're not a CMO, so you don't have to worry about that. Oh, gosh. Did I say that out loud? All right, let's move on before I dig myself a deeper hole. Let's talk about this. Like, every agency that we talk to, obviously very good at a lot of things. So there's two parts to this question. What would you say that MOCEAN is best known for? And then what would you say are the top 3 core strengths? So it's a 2-part thing. Every agency is known for something, and then also top 3 core strengths. Who wants to start on that one? Or do I have to nominate somebody?
You want me to jump in? Or
all right, Erica, it's all you.
Michael?
All right.
I would say from both our entertainment and non-entertainment clients is our ability to tap into and actually drive pop culture. And the 3 things I think that we're known for are culture. I think we're a very collaborative agency, and also our exceptional creative. If we can toot our own horn, we've been named Agency of the Year 3 times in the last 5 years, and have a plethora of other hardware to back that up. And also our nimbleness and agility in how we apply strategy to our campaigns, whether it's at the onset of the campaign or pivoting midstream. Our ability to pivot and address the campaign.
What she said.
Well, I was just going to say, Michael, you've been there from the beginning. What have you seen as the biggest evolutions of the agency?
The biggest evolution is we started out purely in entertainment as an entertainment marketing company, working on trailers and movie posters, and we saw
key art. I love key art.
Key art, yeah, huge fan of key art, and we recognized that a lot of the brand world was coming, directly towards us, and we were able to successfully pivot, not away from entertainment, but to add brand to our portfolio.
Right. And what was the first brand that you would say like that was the one that came in and said, yeah, we want a little of that sauce?
It's an interesting one, and it's been a little bit now, but we had the opportunity to help brand the New World Trade Center back in 2010, 2011. I think that was the time frame. They were struggling to find a way to connect with people to move into the new towers. And, we pitched them the idea that they really could use an entertainment brand, entertainment marketing brand to help them with that. And we had a very successful opportunity to build out an entire marketing center on one of the floors and do a movie for them. And it was a great opportunity. Awesome project. One of the few things that actually has brought me to full tears while working on it several times.
Yeah. No, I can only imagine. Let's talk about being independent. And Denise, I'd like you to start with this. Why, and you've been in various, throughout your career, you've been around Indy, you've been in the holdco, like all of us, we've had a little bit of a winding career. Why is being independent important to this agency and important to you?
Sure. And that was thanks, Doug. And one of the reasons why I chose to come to MOCEAN, beyond the incredible human beings at the agency, I think as we look at what has happened in marketing and sort of with clients and what they're looking for, a lot has changed. So first and foremost, it gives us the ability to just change and really put the client's needs and where the world is going at the heart of all our decisions. To give you a bit more detail, I think as I look at MOCEAN, we're what I call sort of fiercely independent. So that's really, really important, but in structure and in spirit. So structure-wise, when we have the ability to take a look and reorg the organization or make some changes if we want to give some of our team members a bigger opportunity or a different opportunity for growth or something that's beyond sort of what they might have come into the agency for. And I think that's important. You can do it more quickly without going through several layers. And again, I've loved my time at big agencies, but we can move in a way that is very unique. Right. The spirit side is very much not just independent, but I'd say entrepreneurial. So when I take a look at, what Erica talked about, which is doing really great creative, so intelligent and culturally attuned creative, we're also fine with failure. Not super fine. And I
know what you mean, though. Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
There's a longer tolerance for trying things and for experimentation. I think that is really, really great without having to necessarily also sort of be a slave to share price, right, and all the other stakeholders. So I think that puts us, I think, in a really great spot.
Yeah, Erica, independence to you, what does it mean to you?
The ability to be nimble and to really address the client's needs and also adapt to the market. We can quickly change our structure, we can quickly change our capabilities, to pivot and answer, and then sometimes be ahead of that curve and, actually drive the change. So, like Denise was saying, we're able to give more opportunity to our employees, and therefore we're able to attract some of the best talent because of that. We're not just doing something some way because we've always done it that way. We're always innovating. And I guess this is a nice time to put in a plug. Fast Company also recognized us for our innovation, last year, and we hope to continue that.
Right. I'll ask about talent again here in a second, but let's talk about what brands should know about working with you. What's the main reason a brand should work with MOCEAN?
Because they're in transition. They're in motion. So,
okay.
Not to use another bad pun here, but it works to our advantage in our name. But we really, are built to serve brands that are either in a time of evolution, so moving the brand to where the people are, or they're in a mode of reinvention, so they're moving people to where the brand is trying to take culture, or revolution, meaning they're, totally turning, whatever their service or product is on its head and moving culture towards something brand new.
Okay, that makes sense. Michael, your thoughts on that?
What was the question?
If a train leaves Chicago, no, it is, what's the main reason a brand should work with MOCEAN?
Well, you didn't ask me about what it means to be independent, so I'll just lump those together.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah.
With my very safe corporate answer of we get to make really cool shit all the time. And we get to make the kind of cool shit that moms get to talk about and you get to post on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. But seriously, to what Erica's point was, we've had an entire career of getting people to go out and go into the movie theaters and sit down and spend their hard-earned money on some popcorn and a great movie, or tune in for a series on Netflix for 18 hours in a row. And we're bringing that same sense of adventure to brands now.
I like that spirit. I love that word, adventure. That's an interesting word because ambition and adventure sometimes, well, theoretically they should work, but then there's that fear of a brand. Sometimes the brand fear, a marketer, like, I don't know if I want to be too ambitious or adventurous, but there's a lot to this being an adventure.
You have to, you know, for a brand in particular, you have to have a sense of adventure. And if you're going to work with a brand like Motion, I mean,
Right.
we're not the tried and true, you know, giant global agency. You know, we're definitely not everyone's flavor, but when brands take a chance, I think the results are impressive.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Let's go back to talent here. Why should talent put the agency on their list? And you touched on a couple of things, but Denise, let's start with you on that since you're relatively new.
Sure. And let me share a little bit about sort of my process in landing here. I got to meet a ton of people at the agency, and it was rigorous, right? And I think a lot of that, we went through some work sessions and you know what it would be like to be in the trenches together. So I'd say, you know, the values part is really important. We talk a lot about fit and culture, but I think really where I have been in meetings where we're tackling some real problems or make-believe problems, and we don't have all the answers, right? So I think the values and coming in and not taking ourselves too seriously is really important. And what we do is important for our clients, but it doesn't need to be overly serious. And so I got to see fun in a lot of the interactions with the team. And I think that's something that carries through in our day-to-day, even as clients working with us. And, you know, for the brands that we've talked about and work that we do, we want people to come in and have the time of their lives and do the best work of their lives.
Yeah. I like that. Erica, I know you have strong opinions about talent and you've been there longer than Denise. Your thoughts on why talent should choose Motion?
Well, most people, regardless of their actual discipline, you know, are in the advertising industry because they are drawn to creative. They want to be part of the creative process. And our culture, you know, is very inclusive. Whether you're an intern or, you know, sit in the accounting office, all ideas are great ideas and everyone gets to participate and everyone gets to share in the reward. And I think that's unique. I've, you know, worked in a lot of different organizations and, you know, skills and functions are very siloed, but that's not the case here. And we really foster, you know, teamwork and, you know, collaboration. And, you know, most of the work that we do, people have seen and people have commented on. And, you know, most people want to be a part of that.
That's interesting because that is something that I remember at some agency stops, and I've heard this from other agencies. It's work that you know, and I think that's interesting because that to me as talent, that would be quite a draw. That would definitely be quite a draw.
If you go to our website, you know, you'll see it's all work that you know.
Okay. Yeah, I got it. I understand that.
It's work that's being talked about.
Work that's being talked about. That's always helpful. Very helpful. Especially for brands that want to get into culture.
Yes. Yeah. Get the buzz.
Yes. Yeah. As I like to say, trust your agency. And then there's some colorful language after that.
Yes.
This is a thought experiment that I've always really enjoyed. Whether they are an existing client or a marketer that you might really respect, somebody you might want to get on the radar, who's a CMO or marketer you want to say hi to?
Kofi Amu-Gottfried.
I know Kofi.
He's the CMO of DoorDash.
Yep.
And we know food service and we know transportation. And he's also one of those CMOs that I see taking risks and would hopefully be open to partnering with an agency like Motion to continue doing things that are fun and different.
And yeah, he's amazing. I had a chance to work with him a little bit. Ghanaian. So if you talk about Ghana and soccer, you'll have a friend there.
I will study up.
Yeah, study up.
Insights.
Yeah, Jordan Ayew, the Ayew brothers. Get to know them. Denise, Your turn. Which CMO or marketer do you want to say hi to?
I follow everything that Indra Nooyi, she's a former CEO, right, of Pepsi. So I'm going to go sort of not CEO or CMO specific, but just anyone who's worked with her, I think, who's worked under her, who's been inspired by her. I think, again, I go to a lot of the inspiration that she's put out and just nuggets of intelligence about how you can be successful. And I also really admire how she's continued to give back and sort of given that balance and blend in life.
Yeah, I like that. Michael, we end with you.
Oh, I'm going to pass on this one, sir.
Pass?
Mm-hmm.
Pass?
I'm passing.
What? Okay.
Why? Because I don't want to offend or upset anyone.
Oh, where did you grow up?
Pennsylvania.
And you're afraid of offending somebody?
That's
where in Pennsylvania?
Well, outside of Philadelphia. That's why they kicked me out.
Yo, listen, I went to middle school, high school, South Jersey.
Yeah,
so
come
on. All right. Do you know what? Just say the CMO of Wawa. Just do something like that.
The CMO of Wawa would be perfect. Wawa is a great brand.
Okay, so we're gonna leave it at that. Yeah. We'll leave it at that.
Reach out, Wawa.
Buddy, what sort of Philly person are you? You've been in LA too long. I love it. All right, we'll talk Eagles and Flyers and Phillies and all that later. Sure. Erica, Denise, Michael of MOCEAN, the team, thank you so much for joining us. Love what you all are doing, and we appreciate you taking the time. Best wishes for continued success.
Thank you, Doug.
Thank you, Doug. So good to chat.